is a monster that haunts the sea. Not a monster of myth or legend, but one that flourishes in its banality. It devours its prey in secret, hidden from sight until it is too late. This monster, so ruthless and cold, is not the creation of the divine, but the creation of man. This monster is a practice called ghost fishing.
According to NOAA, ghost fishing is a term that describes what happens when derelict fishing gear continues to fish. Ghost gear can range from nets to traps, and they become derelict by either being lost or purposely abandoned, quickly becoming hazardous to marine life, habitats, and transportation. They are a major portion of marine debris and contribute to the crisis of microplastic pollution.
The remnant gear left behind in aquatic environments float aimlessly, searching for their next victim. Whether you are a fish swimming coast to coast for migration, or a beautiful, bright coral living your days away, these forgotten pieces of gear bring harm in an unbiased fashion. Fish can become tangled up within nets or caught in these traps searching for a meal, and although they could potentially find their meal, also find their end. They are trapped and restrained, left only to perish with no hope of escape. Corals, just like fish and other organisms, also suffer from the ghost gear. Along with becoming enveloped by nets, the traps left behind cause a second kind of harm. The nets or pots can be caught and dragged by a separate vessel across coral reefs, ravaging the coral along with the creatures that rely on it for their home.
Throughout our ocean, there are thousands of kilometers worth of lost, drifting nets. Ghost nets, the ocean's greatest enemy, are highly responsible for the decline in our shark populations. These death traps target dozens of species in all areas of our ocean, ranging from small reef sharks to great whites, to our biggest species, the whale shark. Ghost nets show no mercy. Tightening around their prey, they inhibit movement of sharks, drowning them, starving them. Not only toughening the everyday life of a shark, ghost nets cause extreme lesions on the body that result in infection, severe illness, and even death.
Fishing boats. They are the leading cause of ghost fishing. The fishing nets these fishermen use may get lost when fishing. Usually it's by accident, and some of the causes of this are getting caught on rocks, coral, propellers, or other fishing boats. A great way to avoid this is to stay away from shorelines, stay away from coral reefs, and keep your distance from other fishing boats. One of the biggest causes of losing fishing nets on accident is stormy weather. If you think it's going to be storming one day, try to avoid, if at all, go fishing that day. Now, I know what you're thinking. It can't all be on accident, and you'd be right. It's not all on accident. Some of the time, it's on purpose. Commercial fishing boats and big fishing companies like to dispose of their fishing nets in the ocean when they have nowhere else to dispose of them. And that's not cool.
Some alternatives that could diminish the effects of ghost fishing include manufacturing or petitioning for the use of biodegradable nets. Another obvious solution would be making fishermen recycle their worn-down gear to prevent it from breaking off or from them dumping it. Finally, participating in cleanups is the most hands-on way that the average person can help remove derelict fishing gear from the ocean or beaches, before and after it washes up on shore. Thank you.
There are thousands of pounds of nets floating around in our oceans, and not only do they negatively affect sharks, but they are a detriment to the environment as a whole. Various organizations and conservation groups work towards removing ghost nets, trash, and any other drifting gear from our oceans. One way that the average person could help fight against ghost fishing and its negative effects as a whole would be through donating to conservation groups who actively work towards removing the lost gear.